Now, if you're lucky enough to pick up a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip this week, then you're going to want to watch this video. This is EBPMAN Tech Reviews, and today we're going to go over 10 tips that are going to make using your Z Flip better than ever before. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 tips that are going to make using your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip amazing. And stick around for the entire video because at the very end, I'm going to give you a bonus hidden tip, one that not a lot of people are talking about. So let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now this first tip is going to help you understand how much battery you have left on your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. So what we're going to do is we're going to swipe down here. We're going to go into this little area. We're going to do a search for show battery percentage. I'm going to tap on this, and then you're going to tap on this message, and then you'll notice right here that it says show battery percentage. If I tap this off, you notice that it disappears. If you tap it on, you're going to be able to know how much battery you have left. Now this next tip is going to make accessing your notifications faster than ever before. So watch this. Today, if you have your phone, you're probably going to have to do one of these where you're going to have to swipe down. But with my phone, the way I have it configured, all I have to do is swipe down anywhere on the screen. Let me show you how I set that up. You're going to press and hold on the home screen. You're going to press home settings, and then you're going to turn on swipe down panel, swipe down for notifications panel. I'm going to turn that off so you can see what happens now. Nothing happens, see? You basically get your app drawer comes up. But if we do this again, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do home settings, we're going to go down to where it says swipe down. Now I'm going to go back again, and now anywhere on the screen that I swipe down, my notification panel come up, and if I swipe up, the apps come up. It's that simple. Now this next tip is going to help you expand the battery life of your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. All you're going to do is do this. You're going to swipe down, and you notice how this entire area is dark. Well, if I swipe over, you notice that there's a function that's called dark mode. I'm going to turn that off. Now everything turns white. This tends to consume more battery, so by using this function, it gets easier on the eyes, and it also saves battery too. Now when you first get your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, the screen is going to time out really quick. So let me show you how you change that. You're going to swipe down a couple times. We're going to go into settings. We're then going to go into display. We're then going to come up to screen timeout. I'm going to choose that, and then you can change it from 1 minute or seconds that it's set for to anywhere you want, anywhere from 1 to 5, even 10 minutes. Now when you first get your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, the power button actually activates Bixby. I'm just going to show you. If I press this button right here, while the screen turns off, you haven't really powered down your phone. If you want to do a reboot of any type, if you press and hold the button, what's going to do, it's going to launch Bixby. So let me show you how you change that. So you're going to swipe down, you're going to tap the power button, and you see how this looks right here? This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to tap side key, and notice, I can change, if I press that button, the button that has a fingerprint sensor, if I press it twice, right now it'll launch the camera, I can change it to open either Bixby or any app of my choice. I can also say, hey, don't wake up Bixby, I want it to be the power off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, and then we're going to just tap it to power off the screen, right? It's not powered off. But if I turn this on again, and I press and hold, now I get the power options where I can do a restart or power off my phone. Now this next tip is going to speed up how you access your phone. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to power up the phone, and you notice that it automatically unlocked for me. And that's because it recognized my face and it used Face Unlock. But it also, not only did it unlock, but it also went into the actual phone itself. Let me show you how I did that. So in order to enable that feature, we're going to go into the settings again. So we're going to go into settings. We're going to go into face recognition. And we go into face recognition. We're going to tap face recognition again. I'm going to go ahead and put in my password. And now when I'm here, I have a couple options. As I scroll down, you'll notice that I have unlock your phone when your face is recognized, right? And then you have stay on your lock screen. If you turn that off, basically as soon as it recognizes you, it's going to take you right inside of your phone. That's what I just did, instead of swiping down. Let me show you how that works now. I'm going to turn it off, right? And we're going to turn off the phone. I'm going to turn it on. Now it unlocked, but notice how the screen didn't change. It requires me to swipe up to open. So that feature enables that, but there's some more features there. So let's go back into that area, and we're going to go into the biometrics. We're going to go into face recognition. I'm going to go ahead and put in my password again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically turn that off because I wanted to go in. Now, one of the things I did do is I enabled faster recognition. Now, faster recognition does make it easier to unlock your phone, but it also requires or makes it more easy for someone to maybe use a picture to be able to unlock your phone. Or if you're asleep, they can point the phone in your face and then it can unlock. Well, notice right here, require open eyes. If you enable that, it makes it a bit more secure. Also, especially if you're in a dark area, the screen will brighten, and that will also help log in. So these are choices that you can use to make it even faster to log in. But remember, the face unlock security is not as secure as a fingerprint. Now this next feature is a golden feature. This is a must-do feature. This helps you find your phone in the event that you lose it. Let me show you how it works. Now to enable this feature, you're going to go down into settings. Again, swipe down, go into settings, and then we're going to type in Find My Mobile. Right, so we type that in, and we're going to go ahead and go into these settings so that we can talk about how this works. Let's go in here. Now there's a couple things that we're going to see here. First of all, you'll notice that I have, I can turn this on, and when you turn this on, it's going to require that you log in or register your phone or have a Samsung account. This is going to allow you to track your phone wherever it's at, which is really important. Now, there are times that your phone may run out of battery and power, and wouldn't it be great if your phone told you the last location before it powered down? So notice right here it says send last location. If you turn this on, what it's going to do is, before it runs out of juice, it's going to send a message to the Samsung server to notify you where it was last. Now this next feature is going to keep your phone running super fast. Let me show you how you do this. You're going to go swipe down, we're going to go into settings, and then we're going to come down to an area here that's called device care. Now in device care, what we're going to do is you're going to click on the three buttons here, and then you're going to look at this area that says advanced. When you go into advanced, you have auto optimization. Make sure that's on. That means that when I tap on this, that every morning at 3 in the morning, it's going to clear out the memory to make sure that my phone is always snappy. And you notice here, it says close apps to free up memory. That's one feature. The other thing that you want to enable is auto restart. The auto restart is going to reboot your phone like if you were to power down and start it back up at 3 a.m. and it's going to do that every Friday for me. So turn those two features on, and if you do that, it's going to keep your phone running really snappy. The other thing that you can do is you can actually hit optimize, and that's going to optimize your phone. Now don't forget, I have a super tip coming at the very end, so make sure you watch this entire video. Now this next feature makes the phone super powerful, and this is about multi-window. Notice what happens, there's a little area here that I'm going to swipe from the side and how this opens. This is your multi-window control. This means that you can have two things open at the same time. Let me give you an example. I'm going to go ahead and open up YouTube, and you'll see that YouTube is going to open up. I'm going to swipe over. Let's do that again. And I'm going to basically choose this calendar setting. And now I have two apps open side by side. So this is a great way where you can really take advantage of not just your screen size. You can fold it and it will have that's kind of like the crease area, but you have the ability to open up these two apps simultaneously. Now, one of the things that you can do is if I swipe over, we'll go back into that little area right there. I can actually modify this to be the apps that I use the most. So you notice here are all the apps that I have on here. So I can have Google Maps, and I can have Spotify, I can have YouTube TV and YouTube Music, or any combination I want. All these apps will work with multi-window functionality. Now this next feature is going to help keep your phone on even if you're not touching the screen. Let me go into, again, the settings area, and then we're going to do a search for this, and we're going to look for gestures. Right, so we're going to look at gestures. So we're going to go into motions and gestures. And notice how we have an option here that says Smart Stay. You're going to turn that on. What Smart Stay is going to do for you is that as you're looking at the phone is looking at you. And as long as you're looking at it, it's not going to unlock itself. So this is great if you're reading content, if you're reading a book, if you're just trying to solve something by doing some research, and you're looking at the screen for more time than your activity setting is set for. So if you keep your setting down to 30 seconds and you don't want to change it to the 2 or 3 minutes, you can just look at your phone, and if you have this feature on, it will stay unlocked. Now this next feature everyone should try, and it is the new single take. Let me show you a picture that I took of Nilda using the single take function. So notice what we have right here. I have Nilda here, and we were at the Chicago Theater watching the Ivolo show. It was a concert, great concert. If you've like Italian opera, definitely the show to go. And you'll notice that with the single take, I have various motions going on. So I have Nilda here, this was the primary photo. And then as I scroll up, I have this one, which has motion. I have this other picture right here that you see. I have this kind of close-up. I have this one right here, which is kind of really cool. Notice how this one worked out. Let's swipe this down. It basically took Nilda, did a bokeh effect, and also made her in color and kept everything in black and white. This was all done automatically. We'll go ahead back up. You can see some of the other ones. Here's one that had some motion. Here we have her in complete black and white. right? So these features that you're seeing here, I'm going to show you how this works because it's not just simply about taking the picture, but it does require some motion. All right, so the important thing about when you use single take is that you want to position yourself where you want to take the photo, and then you'll want to move as the camera tells you. So when I took that picture of Nilda, we're going to go back to it for a second. I'm going to show you what I did. You'll notice how I have this picture right here. What I did is I took a picture of her, and then as the camera was telling me, I rotated this over here. If you notice this video right here, this movement I did is exactly what I did. So I took the photo and then I just went around her slowly, and then it came up with all those views. So let me show you what you'll see. So I'm going to press the button for single take, and I'm just going to use the stand. It's kind of boring, so it's not going to be crazy. And then notice it says capturing meaningful moments. So once you do that one, you turn over. See how it says try a different angle? And then it's the more you shoot, so as you move around, you take another angle. It's already done it all. It's going to give you multiple options. So notice how this is option 1, and I know this is boring. You'll notice here's option 2, option 3, and it's trying to create all these different views based on the motion. So here's the key. If you're going to take the photo using your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, you take the photo, and then when it tells you to move, move to the side, move down, move up. And then it's going to give it more options and more things to work through. The AI is then going to kick in, and it's going to knock out the background, make it black and white. It could also make the entire picture black and white. It can create some bokeh effects for you. So try experimenting with your movement, and that's going to make your pictures even better with single take. Now, one other cool feature about the camera is that it helps you when taking selfies. So if you want to use that camera that's there, one of the biggest challenges you have with either an iPhone or a Note 10 or any other Samsung phone, for that matter, any phone, is that you're kind of doing one of these things and trying to get yourself in the right frame. Well, there's a little button right here. Let me show you this button right here. You notice it on the upper right-hand corner. If I tap it once, and now I bring this up, it's a viewfinder. So I can actually see what I look like. So I'm going to switch this to a wide-angle lens, and if I start wanting to take the picture of myself, and we'll see if this comes up in camera, you can see how I can see myself and frame myself to take a photo. So that's another cool tip with the camera. Now guys, this is time for the bonus tip, and this has to do with anti-malware software. Software that's going to protect your phone, and this is the first time that I see that's included. So what we're going to do is we're going to swipe down, we're going to go into settings, we're going to go into device wellness. All right, so we're going to go over here, or device care. And in device care, you'll notice that there was something down here that said security, and it was deactivated. We're going to choose it, and notice how it says, this is basically anti-malware detection by McAfee. If I activate it, and I'm going to agree to the terms, it's going to basically scan my phone for any kind of malicious software. Keep in mind, Android, Apple, all these devices are subject to malware, to attack. So having an antivirus software, anti-malware solution is highly, highly important. So if you have never installed one on your phone, please do. And one of the neat things about this is that it comes free with the phone. All you have to do is turn it on, and then it's just simply pressing that button to do a scan. It's going to check your phone to make sure that everything is okay. As you install software, it's going to do the same thing, and it's going to keep all your information private and secure. So guys, that wraps up our tips and tricks. First 10 things to do for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Let me know what you thought about those tips, and if you've discovered some tips that you want to share with anyone on the channel, please do so in the comment area below.